All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Shema, Shai, by Shema Kakodash, double to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the command to push the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I'm going to speak a few words on this term, grunt work. You know, this is a term that is looked down upon, frowned upon, being a grunt worker. You know, but in this truth, you got to love the grunt work. You know, the grunt work is some of the most dirty, you know, like the characteristic they use is menial, or it's basically not looked at and regarded in a positive light, but it's the necessary work. You know, one movie I think of that comes to mind is the movie Platoon, and you had a scene where I forget the exact actor. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Charlie Sheen. I don't know, when he was young. It might have been him, but he basically made a statement on grunt work. You know, being in the military, they're grunt workers. They be in the trenches. They be in their foxhole. You know, they come home and they don't get a badge. They don't get glory. You know, they did the essential duties to save a country, but nobody looks at them on a light of fame. And he said, but because we're grunt workers. He said, guess what? Grunts could take it. So you got to have that mindset of loving the grunt work, and you're built for it. You're built for the dirty work. The Lord likened this work unto a service that doesn't get glory on the first end, but rather receives the more prestige and love and adoration on the latter end. As it is written, the end of a thing is better than the beginning. So I have this definition: grunt work. Grunt work is an expression used to describe thankless or menial work, menial. So grunt work can also refer to jobs that either lack glamour and prestige or are boring and repetitive. Right. And when you think about repetitious work, most people don't want to see you do repetition. All right, they want to see the results of your repetition, the shining and the glistening. Like you think about these Michael Jacksons and these different famous performers. They don't like seeing them in most cases behind the scenes. They want to see them on, when he got the choreography, when he got everything down packed. Because most people just want to see you when you shine and you glamour and you glisten, man. People are consumers of shiny things. I remember one of the rappers, Jay-Z, made that statement, how people like shiny things, when he was doing an interview with Warren Buffett. So this is a service where it's the exact opposite, man. This isn't about glistening and glamoring and looking cute, getting kissing babies and getting hugs from each and every individual. Scripture speak about you got to woe unto him that when everybody speaks well of you. This isn't a thing where everybody's going to speak well of us according to our labor, even though we do a service unto the people. So this is 1 Corinthians 4. I'll start at verse 10, because there's a lot of meat in here. We are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place. Right, and this is the Apostle Paul. Out of the expense of his labor, him as well as the men that was also teaching, what did they get in return? They sacrificed their lives for the service of the Israelites. And you had certain people that said they wasn't going to eat or drink until they actually put Paul to death. They locked the prophets up, as it is written, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, that killeth the prophets, and it speaks about also how prophets are without profit in their own country, man. So this is a ministry that's looked at as dishonorable, and it's looked at like grunt work, dirty work, but guess what? We could take it. The elect, Lord willing, I'm one of those men, not saying that I am, but the scriptures speak about him that endureth unto the end, and endureth unto the end of what? The grunt work. The same shall be saved. So it says, we are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place. and labor, working with our own hands. Being reviled, we bless. Being persecuted, we suffer it. Right. So being grunts, we gotta suffer. Because what? Like I said, because grunts can take it. They could take the suffering. They could take the hell. That's where you have the word passion. Passion goes into pisio, which means pain. Yahweh Shah was a grunt worker. It was times where they tried to set him up as the king, at that present time, and Yahweh Shah rejected the offer, man. Numerous times. He didn't want the glory. He wanted to be down with his people and do the dirty work. That's why I spoke about him being lowly, sitting upon the ass. All right. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, grunt. Because really, when you think about grime or gritty, dirty work, that's the work where the dirt, gets into the under your fingernails. All right. Your calluses start to develop in your hand. Your body is what another word for it is back-breaking work. This is back-breaking work. But our backs and our spirits and minds is built for it. The scriptures speak about them that are laden, to hold this yoke. And when you hold things on your back like a donkey or ass, that's one of the characteristics of Yahweh Shai, and he likens even his people onto to asses, especially Issachar. But they're known to be able to hold a lot of weight and not complain and not to get their backs broke. All right. The sufferings that we suffer, it could be on the shoulders of certain individuals, and they couldn't hold the weight, man. Right? Because we suffer in the flesh as well as suffering in the spirit. And it says, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. And why are we suffering in the spirit? Because we're prisoners of hope, man. We want the next kingdom, and we're not relaxed here. This is not our rest. It says, I write not these things to shame you, but as my beloved sons, I warn you. And I just wanted to, make this short and sweet, just to shed a few words on this term, grunt working, and always enjoy this service, man. This is a labor of love. You should always love this, no matter how dirty you get. This is a service where, the hard work pays off. So while you working, always love and appreciate the experience of it. So this was something I didn't want to, be too long with it. Hopefully brothers are edified, and by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Shem, Hakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom, Akim.